Hey, here it comes. To your dome, straight to the dome. Oh, God, I always forget that. Welcome. All right, here we go. And welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan.
And I am Ryan's brother, Dan.
Oh, no.
Tom. I was muted. I'm felt form. I'm felt form Tom.
Felt form Tom.
Yeah, felty Tom.
And this is episode 119, and we are covering chapters 17 through 24 of Fires of Heaven. And we are racing through it. We're loving this new format. And how's everyone doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Chilling. No, maybe actually I'm not chilling. I'm in the middle of one of the most stressful parts of my life ever, but it's all good. Even positive change creates stress, but I'm hanging in there. Got my fire shirt on.
What is it? Pearls are made with pressure or something like that?
And the
Diamonds,
the best orgasms require pressure too.
Wait, what?
All right, speaking of orgasms, let's bring them in. That's right.
That was pretty cool music. I like that music.
Oh, thank you.
Howdy, y'all.
Sorry, we interrupted your reading, Josh.
Yeah, no. Did you finish?
Yes, I am again a chapter behind. I'm halfway through 24, so we might just have to skim through the second part of it.
That's fine.
I'll try to finish it during the break.
It's a very short chapter.
Yeah,
you are right.
It is. I've got, I think, literally 5 pages to go. Five page faces to go. So
yeah, you could just skim through the Wheel of Time books. They're not. Robert Jordan doesn't write anything important or foreshadowing.
MaTsDaGgerX.
Hi guys, it's good to see y'all.
Likewise. Good to see you too, Dan. I mean,
all right, guys, I have to apologize. I thought there was music playing that entire thing. Don't know why.
It's okay. No, I jumped in. I added some at the end. But we gotta get that right.
It wouldn't be a live show without
on the
technical
private
difficulty.
chat channel, Ryan. What were you, away from the computer?
No, I thought you were just messing with me.
Yeah, I texted you, Josh, but on something. Yeah, it's all right.
Hey,
it wouldn't be a live show if there weren't some sort of technical difficulty.
Actually, I want to.
Hey, is that a bus over there? I'm just gonna throw myself in front of it.
Ryan, I was bummed. I wanted to hear this new jam, so I guess I'll have to wait till next week. But you said you had a new jam.
I did have a new jam. Maybe we could figure out. Make it take a break. Damn it! God damn it! All right.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Ryan, so I believe it's. Is that my sword over there? Let me throw myself on it.
Yeah, that's a better one. You have to sheathe the sword.
Yeah. It's more time.
Ryan, you even fucked that up, huh?
I know. I can't even get my
metaphor.
Can't even get. Yeah, I got to be more Rand land than real land.
I can sense the brotherly love in the air.
It's just I could suck my weenus.
Was that consent to touch your weenus?
Felt brothers are loveless, aren't they?
This is the pot calling the barbecue black.
Makes perfect sense.
See, Ryan, I messed it up too. We okay?
Good job.
Thanks. All right, let's jump into these chapters. Chapter 17 is called "The Wheel of a Life," and this actually, Josh, was one of my favorite chapters as I was reading. I love the school. I love Herodfell. I loved it all, man. I love this talk. So let's talk about it. He's like, I'm going to Kyrian. It's a direct continuation from the last week. And boom, he just forms a gateway right there. Boom, he's in Kyrian. He's all, take me to the school. First, he sees Berlane and Ruark. Berlane's in charge.
Yeah, this was funny because it harks back to like their funny dynamic that they had in the previous, well, not our previous book, but in book number 5, where he was kind of like a father figure with benefits.
What?
Oh, you think they're doing it?
Well, no, but there was definitely some sexual tension there.
Father figure with benefits. That's oh
That's
no.
an interesting way to read it.
I think that's trending
Feel a
right
little
now
dirty.
on Pornhub.
I think I need to go take a shower now.
Father figure plays Truth or Dare.
Yeah,
You said it. Gross.
Oh, wow. I like both of those responses. I mean, you can't get better hot take than gross and wow from 2 different viewers.
True. Very true.
So before they go to school, he's talking with Bearlane and Ruark, and essentially there was we find out that there was an Aiel who killed someone because he got some tattoos. And let's talk about like the whole thing of like these chapters that we're reading is to a certain degree cultural appropriation, and whether it's acceptable and where it's not.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this, Egwene is completely pulls off being an Aiel,
Right.
uses it to her advantage, and yet this Kyrian got some tattoos of dragons on his freaking arms, and he got killed by Mangan. And Mangan's like, "Yeah, man, he was showing off what he didn't earn, so I fucking killed him, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can see by your eyes this is an issue, Rand. Oh, okay. You tell me when and where to die, and I'll be there."
I'll be there.
See,
And there's this whole little discussion about Toe. Also, go ahead, Tom.
I was gonna say, I feel like Egwene, in Egwene's case, she was kind of invited into it, and she also greatly respects it and shows it she continuously shows it the respect that it deserves. She's not like she didn't just like, I want to be an Aiel because it's trendy, like this guy did. This guy is basically, that's what he did. He did what a lot of people do in our world, where it's like, I want to do this because it's trendy, with no care on what it actually means and what it how it affects the culture that are coming.
I mean, the Carvinian women are kind of along the same. Where do they fall on this?
Yeah, exactly. So they're pretending to be
The swords
maidens.
women.
There's Kyrian who are pretending to be Gaishan. This stuff exists, and so this guy had tattoos. I mean,
they're not pretending though. They're showing
to the Aiel they are.
To the Aiel, well, to the Aiel they didn't follow the Gieto, but they are trying, and they are showing it a level of respect that this guy didn't show. This guy was just
Well,
like,
how do we know that, though? How do we know that?
That's what I always got from them, and that's the way it's
trying really hard.
Yeah, they're trying really hard to show it respect. Where this guy just got some tattoos and was like, "Look, I am a good chief."
But
Well,
maybe I don't see. Hang on. I don't think he understood what they meant.
No, he didn't. That was the thing. These other people are trying to understand.
He was
what they
trying
mean.
to be the Dragon Reborn.
Yeah, it's
which
also
is
that.
totally different, and that's where it's fucked up.
Yeah,
Or he was trying to be a clan chief.
Go ahead, Dan. What?
He was trying to be a clan chief. He didn't have both arms. He just had one, apparently. Ruark is the one who touched his arm and said he was showing this thing off.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even saying the Dragon Reborn. He was trying to be a clan chief.
I read it as him having on both arms.
Oh, okay.
But
Did it say both arms?
It said he
I thought
wore
said
what he had no right
tattoos,
to.
plural.
He
I thought he
wore
said
what?
tattoos plural.
It said it was a thing of needle and inks, of course, a tattoo.
Yeah, he says a tattoo. Yeah. He doesn't say
So,
tattoos.
and Rand says he was pretending to be a clan chief? And no, Mangan said he was drinking and showing off what he should not have had. I see your eyes, Rand al'Thor. It is a puzzle. I was right to kill him, but now I have told you. And Rand's like, no, fuck, no, you're totally the guy you killed. And Rourke and Mangan are like, what? I don't understand.
I don't think he could understand. How would he know? I disagree. I don't think that he was trying to be a clan chief. I think he was trying to emulate Rand. There's no way that Aiel would have revealed to random people what it meant to have one dragon tattoo. That's not something they would have done.
Well, I mean, just
the only person he could have fucking observed with a dragon tattoo is Rand al'Thor.
Well, no, because Ruark and Mangan and all the clan chiefs are in charge of things, and they show their it's not like they don't show their tattoos.
Yeah, there's probably 20 clan chiefs.
Doesn't the Khadin sword have long sleeves?
No. And the clan chiefs specifically show off their tattoos. Like that's one of the things that they do. So that people know that they're clan chiefs and they can pick them out. Like it's they don't hide that. That's not something they hide.
Yeah, like why have a tramp stamp and not show that shit off?
Yeah, really. You wear a belly shirt.
What would an Aiel tramp stamp look like? Would it be
Just
like a bottle of Oosquai or something?
Instead of a butterfly, it'd be some sort of like flightless bird. Flightless
a vulture. A vulture.
Yeah, a vulture. Yeah.
I was thinking it would be a tiny pond.
Oh,
you mean an ocean?
Smallest of ponds? Yeah.
Yeah. To an Aiel.
But if you're a true Aiel man or woman or them, you would have a pond right in that spot on your back you can't itch. Because you never have water. You can't touch that shit.
Yeah.
You can't.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time imagining. I mean, I guess given the context of the Carhinian sword women, maybe I can read this slightly differently. But it really, I really thought he was trying to be Rand and not an Aiel.
Otherwise, he could have been. He does. It does only like I just did a search for the word tattoo, and he does only say a tattoo. But yeah, I mean, he could have been. Tattoo. Yeah.
Clan chiefs did not display them often, or even speak of them. Almost everything about the markings were shrouded in mystery, and the chiefs were content to leave it so. That was why I thought that the chiefs did not show them.
Oh, I didn't remember that. I had thought that they showed it.
God damn it! If I was in front of you, I'd slap my.
To be a clan chief, Rand asks, and Mangan says specifically no.
No, he was drinking and showing up what he should not have had.
Yeah, so I mean, again, who knows?
Yeah, it's even worse.
To be, but I don't think he knew he was emulating a clan chief. I think he thought he was emulating.
And that's exactly the point. So he got something he doesn't even understand, and that's when people appropriate other people's culture. That is exactly the thing that people get angry about.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't even take the time to understand what it is before you went and did it.
I mean, neither did Rand.
Rand did the trial.
He did,
and he survived it.
He didn't understand.
He didn't, but he did the actual trial.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. They don't see Rand as a cult. I mean, they do see Rand as kind of a cultural appropriator too, because he wears a sword.
Yeah, but he's also an Aiel. He's a little bit of a special case. He's literally Jesus.
Yeah.
It's hard to judge Rand based on Aiel ways when he is specifically designed to break them.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, everyone, we're gathering Discord. If you want to hang out and see some behind the scenes action, live humans watching, hanging out during breaks, we all chat. Join our Discord, jump in. I want to see your beautiful faces.
The other bit I love during all of these chapters is the slowly transforming or evolving interpersonal dialogue with Luz Theron and Rand. There's so many little, I don't even know what you want to call them, blurp ups.
Well, later he even has Luz Theron's dream.
Right. And Luz Theron speaks one of Rand's own phrases that he's learned from Land.
Forget about it. Was that it? Forget about it.
No, Nomen Garden actually has a really interesting point. Maybe it could have been the dragon from the banner.
Right. Again, I think that Nanjin really did misunderstand here, like on many levels of what was going on.
Yeah, which is why Rand was absolutely justified in what he did.
Yeah. Because Rand liked him. The thing is, Rand liked him, right? It's like they weren't friends, but Rand respected them and liked him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was one of the first people to follow Rand. He's been loyal. He helped guide others to him. And also, this whole toe thing is a little weird. I don't understand where Mangan and Ruark are coming from, where he's like, oh, all right, I have toe to you. And completely are shocked that Rand's like, no, you have toe to the guy you killed.
Right.
Is it that you cannot have toe to a dead man? I mean,
no, it's because they broke Rand's rules, so they have toe to him. They don't think they have toe to the dead guy because that dead guy fucked up.
Yeah,
and he deserved to die.
Yeah.
So in their view, that they don't have any toe to him.
Yeah, so he's going to death righteous. He's righteous in his attending to toe, and he's righteous in his belief that he should have fucked that guy up.
Yeah, he's atoning. He's meeting his toe with Rand by dying. Right. So that's why he does it.
Well, Rand
I see what you did there, atoning. Atoning.
You liked it? You liked it?
Nice. Atone.
Atoning.
Nice, right. And that's exactly what Rand does. He's like, well, kill him tomorrow. Tell him I told him.
Yep.
And that turns us to chapter 18 called A Taste of Solitude. And we get a map.
The one other bit I want to mention is
go ahead.
The humming that Luce Theron does when he's checking out Bearlane.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Wait. We all got to do the headcanon. What did it sound like
ready?
in your head, Josh?
3, 2, no, all of us at once. 3, 2, 1.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Why does yours sound like a circus, Dan? Yours sounds like the dog show at Circus.
Yeah, there was Ryan
a little bit.
Ryan, remember we would go to the dog show every Tuesday at Circus? It was at 7:45. We'd eat the buffet and we'd watch a dog show.
And there'd be like a tiny poodle doing some weird shit. Yeah.
Doing like on a trapeze. It was crazy.
I know. I always wish their outfits were just a little bit smaller.
Yeah, you're a perv.
Dog perv.
Dog perv.
That's what Ryan would do in his head whenever he saw these dogs.
100%, you sound like Cousin Ed.
The other thing that I liked from this was the little bit about the fighting in Shara or Code Dancing, Maka Kajali, whatever, right? Like that's a callback to Grendel absconding with the rulers who were about to become the leaders in Shara.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
Correct.
Who she made like her harps people or whatever.
So do you think that this is the result of that catalyst?
I think this is the fallout of that abduction.
Okay.
Interesting.
So just another way that the pattern is exerting itself. And Rand's kind of notion here of like, did he not understand that the world, that being the dragon reborn would affect the whole world, not just within the borders of his personal knowledge?
Well, that's an interesting revelation.
Yeah, I mean, I get how he didn't get it, but it's also like, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's all, he's like, what am I supposed to do?
The world, not your world.
Right. But he's like, well, that's so far away. The name's Paul. That's between y'all. You handle that. I'm going to be Rand over here.
Like the Dark One only affects, the lands whose names he knows. and are within the mountain range that forms the borders of his geopolitical understanding? Like, no.
But I mean, he does feel affected. She's like, fuck, another place just by hearing about me that is turned to shit and civil war and violence as a result of me just being around.
Mm-hmm.
He says, quote, suddenly the wine tasted sour. Another place like Terrebonne and Eridoman, torn just by hearing of him. How far did the ripple spread? Were there wars he would never hear of and lands he would never hear of because of him?
Yes.
Death rides on my shoulders, Loose Theron muttered. Death walks in my footsteps. I am death.
Yeah, he's got some good quotes.
But he does say, how much did the prophecies demand? Was he supposed to add Shara, or whatever it was really called, to Kyrian and the rest? The entire world? How?
The entire world.
When he could not even hold on to Tyr or Carrion completely. It would take more than one lifetime. It would take more than one lifetime. Andor, if he was meant to rip every other land apart, rip the whole world, he would at least hold Andor for a lane somehow. So, you know, he has hometown favorites, I guess, too.
Yeah. Right.
You got excited about the map that we got, so I did something for you here. Boom.
Oh, so we do have the Kyrian organized map here.
Yeah. Pretty big city.
It is a big city. It is aligned in perfect right angles. So
it's pretty interesting. Definitely not an Ogier, like the whole city isn't like the Ogier city, you know what I mean? I feel like it would look much more naturally occurring had it been maybe I think they say the inner city is.
Trey, I'm sorry, fucking Trey. Thank you, my man.
Yeah, thanks.
You're
man.
the best.
Sweet.
That's very thoughtful. You are your name sings in my ears.
I think Josh is fluent in Esperanto.
What,
Josh,
Eskimo poetry?
Come on, you know at
Eskimo
least
poetry?
one. You know 3 words in Esperanto. I know it. Come on. Come on.
A swing reference.
You're the one who taught me about Esperanto. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know 3 words
Well,
by heart.
does Duolingo have Esperanto as an option?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Probably.
Does anyone do any of you know another language? I don't know.
Oh, see, all right. So Nomagarden is just won.
Just winning bonus points for Nomagarden. He's winning chat tonight so far.
Yeah, Josh, you have Esperanto right now.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. First off, first is in Troy is first because it's $3.
Yeah,
and
Troy wins.
And then Nomagarden is next.
So Karheim is not mentioned in the great cities that the Ogier had no hand in. So part of it must be Ogier built.
Yeah, the inner city is, but not I meant like the walls and stuff.
Right.
Because it's like a perfect rectangle. Hold on, where is it again? It's in here somewhere. There it is. It's like a perfect rectangle. I feel like if the Ogier had built this, it would look more like, a vagina or something naturally occurring. Like Tarvalon.
That looks like this track housing in Southern California.
Yeah, that looks like Irvine.
Yeah.
What are the
Did I see Disneyland?
What are the giant white areas supposed to be, though? I don't really understand this map. It doesn't.
Hey, is that a drinking obligation?
What are the giant
white area?
I think someone needs to do a welfare check on Troy. I think he might be having a stroke.
Are you talking about my ass when you say giant white area? I don't know. It might be open space. Maybe it's like gardens or some shit.
Well, I love how the Illuminators chapter is to the north outside of the city wall. Anybody notice that?
Yeah. No, I didn't notice that until you just pointed that out. Yeah, it's right next to the compass rose that says N in it on the top. You could kind of make out in this picture the words, but yeah, it does say Illuminators chapter. Interesting.
And the side view of the city at the bottom of the map that you can't see because of the banner is really cool too.
Oh yeah, it's like a little in a cloud. I didn't notice that either. How have I not noticed that before?
I think it's really cool that there's like this. There's this whole like sunburst kind of thing right there in the top right. Like that's really awesome that nature would make something so cool. Like
Ryan, look in the river. There's two big nipples. Boing, boing.
Oh Jesus! I don't know. I only
breakwater walls. Oh, that's
break
I only see ones and zeros, Dan. Ones and zeros.
Nipples.
Nipples, breakwater walls. What's the difference?
All right. So what, Josh? Let me just before we move on to Shamara or Shara. They give many names for their land. Kodesine, Tamaka, Kigali, others. Any could be true or none. What? So they say that they are one country as opposed to Randland, which is like 10 countries in one area, right? But we have these names. I mean, does that mean anything to you at all? I mean, did you pick up on any of these names?
The names that they say for the thing.
Yeah.
There's an anime that there's a demon named Kagalian, but that's the only place I recognize.
Yeah, I didn't recognize any of them other than the ones we already knew for their lands.
And Rand pretty much only knows them from Jane Farstrider book.
Right.
He's like, well, thanks, Jane. But yeah, they're like, all right, don't focus on Shara. We're focusing on Samael. They're like Samael, yeah, Samael. And then Rand's like, fuck it, I'm off to the school. Pew.
I love the school. The school is really cool.
I thought that those names were names that were given by other people, not the Shara themselves.
Okay.
That was how I read it.
Okay.
Not that the Shara all call their land these things, but that people in general who don't know about what's there have all these different names for it. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, it did say they give many names for their land, but yeah, that could have been also assigned names for sure.
Hey, brother Dan, anytime MaTsDaGger reminds everyone should just check themselves and be like, oh, what did I do? Did I mess up?
Yeah. Watch it. Wait.
Someone in chat must have done something.
That's MaTsDaGger just like clearing his throat in the corner of the room. Everyone goes,
like a gym teacher.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, okay.
What did I do?
I love it. So Magan's gonna be killed tomorrow. They're like, Rand, you want to be here? He's like, nope.
All right, brother Dan, we got to interrupt the proceedings. Cliff Fleck is back. Cliff Fleck appeared on 3 shows.
Back again. Cliff Fleck is back.
Awesome. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Cliff, I'm moving. Let's talk.
Yeah, you missed all kinds of things. Did you hear that we shot down a Chinese spy balloon?
I shot it down.
Tom shot it down.
Personally.
Yeah, with a slingshot.
Yep. It was a David and Goliath moment.
It was so rad.
It was a sling.
You know what? Join our Patreon, guys. We have video of that.
That's all.
Let's go to the school. They go to the school.
Isn't
there is
isn't Tomaka and Kigali are both names of cities in Africa in the real world and in our Earth, for what it's worth. So that's interesting.
Someone pointed that out. Of course, Noman Garden again. Kigali is the name of the capital of Rwanda. It's interesting because it's like they in the book they depict Shara as kind of like
the Sahara,
Africa or the Sahara, but a lot of the names of like some of the things are Asian in theming.
Right.
Even Bow the Wild. Bow.
Hey, everyone in chat is so smart. Did everyone hit that thumb? and stuff, do it.
You gonna hit
Smart
my thumb?
people.
Oh.
Hit Tom's thumb.
Don't do that.
Tom Thumb, the tiny little dude, right?
It's a nice
From,
thumb.
Like the night,
I'm gonna have
the
thumb envy.
1910s.
You calling my thumb
From
small?
The aughts, 19 aughts. I'm little Tom Thumb.
It is from. It was born in the 1900s.
It was. How dare you? It
We're old.
was.
We're old.
Let's see. All right, so,
All right, so the school does a
let's.
demonstration. We see some cool inventions.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, so we're seeing steampunk in action.
Steam
here.
engine, lens maker with his thing, printing press.
Yeah.
It's basically a
But
science fair.
Yeah, it's a science fair, but he is also trying to create his own little Alexandria library.
You know, well, he's trying to create different cities with each their own Alexandria. But yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun fact. You mentioned steampunk. Harriet, when she was once asked at Jordan Con to describe what she thought the Age of Legends looked like, and she always said she imagined it as for the people that don't know, Harriet is Robert Jordan's wife, an editor of the Wheel of Time. That she always imagined it as like a Victorian steampunk setting.
Steampunk is Victorian, but yes.
Yeah.
Generally.
So kind of like Age of Alloy era Mistborn.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the flying things had like wings and shit, like Leonardo da Vinci style.
Well, and it seems that Rand kind of is like, oh, cool, a harvester. Oh, cool, this baler. These things are rad because I'm a farmer. But he kind of dismisses the flying thing. He dismisses, but he saw in visions.
He misunderstands it.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, flying and birds, okay, whatever. But he saw showings and shit. In visions.
Yeah, I think it's he's showing his like unintellectualness.
Right.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he goes up to see.
Is that his wool-headed side?
If you're Eggman,
because I think all two rivers have like a portion of the brain, just the wool-headed.
So are you saying that the Joe cars just were driving around with a bunch of weaves in them, like wigs, like hair extensions?
That's not a bad point, Secret Squirrel. Yeah, it may have been they were just riding cars on big weaves.
Yep. So from now on, every time they say weaves in the book, I'm just gonna imagine hair extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of a nightclub, like on the tree,
on the floor, yeah. Like, so some girls got into a fight and the weave came out. Yeah,
several. Yeah.
And you know what? I relate to that because some people will be like, "Do you see those weaves?" And I don't see anything. So, I just don't. I just can't see the one power. I think
you're not a channeler. If it's a book canon, you don't see anything. If you're not a channeler, see people staring off into the distance.
Let's talk Herod Fell, rather. Josh, awesome. Did you all right, so Rand goes there. It seems that Herod Fell just has no idea who this guy is, right?
Mm-hmm. You should be a student.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and he's just befuddled. He doesn't go downstairs at all. He is he's just focused on his studies. Rand asked
the male version of Varen.
Ha!
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
He is stout. He's stout and he has gray hair. That's how they describe him. So
yeah.
And he marks his head with ink and doesn't even know. Yeah. So Rand asks, what do you know about the Warder bond? Herodfell's like, I don't know. More or less. Can it be broken? No, not that I know. And then he's like, well, what about the last thing I asked you? And he starts talking about the last battle. And he says, quote, the stout man's head jerked up. Oh, yes. Question. Last time, Tarmogaiden. Well, I don't know what it will be like. Trollocs, I suppose. Dreadlords? Yes, Dreadlords. But I've been thinking it can't be the last battle. I don't think it can. Maybe every age has a last battle, or most of them. And then Rand goes on, what do you mean it can't be the last battle? And he says, even if the Dragon Reborn seals the Dark One's prison again, as well as the creator made it, which I don't think he can, he isn't the creator, you know? And he's like, the Wheel of Time, blah, blah, blah. Here, the Dark One's prison is whole. Here, they drilled a hole in it and sealed it up again. Here we are. The seal is weakening, but that doesn't matter, of course. When the wheel turns back to here, back to where they drilled the hole in the first place, the Dark One's prison has to be whole again.
Right.
This is all the shit we've been talking about to a certain degree.
Yeah.
As far as this whole wheel, and Harold Fell seems to have been eavesdropping. And
He's been dropping some eaves?
He's dropping eaves.
I gotta go find them.
He says that no, it was whole in the beginning, and I think it will be whole again when the third age comes once more. I'm not saying the Dragon Reborn will be the one to make it whole, not in this age necessarily, anyways, but it must be so before the third age comes again, and enough time passes since it was made whole, an age at least, that no one remembers the Dark One or his prison. Yeah. So yeah, the philosophy that's going on here is rad.
Yeah.
And Rand is gobbling it up. Rand digs this sort of talk, this metaphysical, challenging talk for him. But apparently, Harold Feld has no idea that he's talking to the actual dragon.
Okay.
I love.
First of all, do you think that's true, Josh? Do you think that's true?
Yes.
What is Harold? Who and what is Harold Feld?
I'm sorry. What?
Who and what is Harold Feld?
Who and what? A scholar? A human being? Oh.
Gentleman?
A very fine gentleman.
Not a gentleman. A nerd?
Yeah, he's definitely a nerd.
He's a pimp. Did you know that?
I was unaware.
But this fits my understanding of the cosmology perfectly.
I like how Rand is like, well, unless the Dark One breaks free, and
Right.
Herod's like, oh well, yeah, I guess there's that.
Oh,
Right.
sure. Yeah.
And I love how we get from Luz Therin finally a little understanding of what this break the seals is about. Let me die forever. He says.
Why would anyone but a madman want to do that?
Well, that's the last thing that he asked Harold Fell. Is like, well, what if should we break the seals? And he's like, what?
Right.
No, that's
Can they even
dumb.
be broken?
He specifically says, why would anyone but a madman want to do that?
Right. What made you think of a thing like that and Rand's size? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Then we jump to
dream
Egwin.
that I have where I'm walking on sand and underneath my feet are the seals.
Or
Right.
a dead person that talks to me in my head.
Yeah. But Luz Therin wanting the Dark One to win so that he can die forever is interesting. And again, fits into a lot of things that we've talked about over the last year and a half or two. So I like that a little bit too. Unless the Dark One breaks free to break the Wheel of Time and remake time and the world in his own image. Yeah. So how many times are Mercedes invented?
Interesting.
Well,
Every second age? Every first age? Where are we? Is this an alternate world in Ryan's quantum mechanical interpretation? Parallel worlds? Or are we in the past of this? Are we the future of this? Are we living in the world remade by the Dark One now? In the Christian mythological sense?
Well, in the museum, they do find some stuff that would point that way, right? Like you said.
Wow.
Such a sexy brain. That's where he wears the beanie to hide his.
That's a
sexy
lemon brain.
Wow.
That's why he wears the beanie. He's got to hide his sexy brain.
Yeah. The light would blind us.
I think our viewership would be better if we had that particular sexy brain on the show.
Yes, sexy brain.
True story.
Rand leaves the school and goes back, and it's an Egwin point of view. He shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Egwin's like, right off the bat, you gotta help me get back to the, well, for her, you gotta help me get back to the world of dreams. But she's like, you gotta talk to the wise ones. And he's like, oh, it's nice to see you too. Yeah, looks like you're full of ginger as always. There is the first drinking obligation, I think, guys.
I did want to call out the furtiveness here of the maidens who were wandering around the castle, and we learned a little bit about what they were doing down a chapter or so later, where essentially they've been sent to wander to look inconspicuous, but are actually watching Rand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in fact, when
it's like, I don't understand what's going on with these maidens, but they're acting fucking weird.
Well, Rand does kind of say, "Hey, when I'm around here, I only need 2 of you all around me."
Right, but then we learn
50.
They're secretly listening outside the window and have an enclave with him despite his intentions, right?
Right. And so that was Sulin who was listening outside his door,
right,
or his window,
along with 2 other maidens who were nearby.
And she was just pretending to play. Hey, I'm gonna flip my knife.
Flip my knife.
Hey,
right.
I'm gonna keep flipping my knife. This is a game we play. Apparently, I just flip knives. And maybe it's like that, like the TikTok thing, like the bottle challenge.
Oh yeah, where they just throw the knife and then they all stand around and then they dab when they throw the knife. They're like,
well, when it happens, they go whoa, and they all run around and freak out like it's never happened. Yeah, I like that. I yield TikToks. What else is going on, chat? Give us your best. I yield TikToks.
He does have a sexy brain.
So
I do have a drinking obligation real fast, guys, and it's been a while.
Is it big wrinkly brain? Is that what it is?
The Carcon will come when he comes. It is for us to be ready when he comes.
Yep. Perfection.
It's a good one.
Did someone yawn on mic? Come on. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, that's the enthusiasm I'm looking for.
Drink. Brother Dan, if all 12 people could be on camera with us, they'd all be drinking in unison.
They'd all drink. Yeah, I understand.
I drank.
We meet Avienda's sister.
Me?
What are you guys drinking?
Have you ever drank?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I have.
I've not had drink. I've never drank drink.
I've drank purple drink.
Well, you're in Florida. That's like you can get that at 7-Eleven, right?
I hear
have
she's
drink it all the time in New York.
Then they have the codeine Slurpee.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's mostly meth down here.
Is it cheaper than water?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's meth and calcium. That's what's in the water down here.
I thought it was methane fluoride. So
no. Clearly there's no fluoride in Florida, Dan. That's why.
No. They took the fluoride out of the water because Alex Jones told Ron DeSantis that it turns the friggin' frogs gay. So.
Oh, that's right. Gay frogs.
God damn it.
But you can't say gay, so let's just say frogs.
Screwed Ron. I say whatever I want.
Oh, look at you. We meet Avienda's sister. She is not a maiden. She was a weaver. She's Gaishan.
Mm-hmm.
A weaver.
And apparently Avienda is the biggest, oldest sister bitch.
We're missing out on one of the best questions we've ever had in chat.
I missed it.
Can the
when the
Carcon
comes? No, it comes exactly when he should. He's TAVERN. Guys, so yeah, if a TAVERN ejaculates early, it's because the pattern willed it. That was the exact time for that exact sperm to leave. This is how it works. Yeah.
We all set our clocks
is it prophetic
to
if he goes first, if he goes early?
Say what?
It's prophetic, right? Because it's a prophecy.
Yeah.
Anything he does is yeah.
It's TAVERN. It's just pattern weaves and pull. He can't help it. Sometimes people fall off ladders. Sometimes you come real fast. I don't know.
Well,
Two of the
apparently
same things if I ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Egwene has hips made for making babies, and she will.
Yeah.
Them hips were made for babies. Bye, Matt. Yeah, that's yeah. And then she's like, oh gosh, Gawain, yeah, I'd love his babies too. Yeah, okay. But she leaves Rand. Rand's kind of a jerk, but Egwene's kind of a jerk too. They don't communicate well. But Rand's like, tell me where Elaine is.
You missed
I
the
need
drinking
her.
obligation.
Talk to me.
He looks so tired and hard enough to make that smile appear odd. He seemed harder every time she saw him.
I did have.
That's many drinks.
So many drinks.
Oh, I think I just fucking broke some. Hold on.
Don't break stuff. That's not right.
Like, no, right.
What are you drinking?
Who, me?
Both of you.
I had a beer and a tongue twister, but I finished that.
I have a two-hearted IPA here, and I did a shot or two
Ooh.
of Jameson Stout.
I have some mead from a place that I actually heard about from JordanCon. The tech guys at JordanCon turned me onto this mead that's really good.
I need to try it then, because I have struggled with mead. I want to like mead, and
Is it sweet or dry?
Sweet.
I like the dry meads better personally, but
yeah, no, I love sweet. I love sweet drinks. I like that's why I usually am drinking vodka, Tito's with pomegranate juice. Yeah.
Sure.
Josh, is that why when you look at pictures of Lake Mead depleted, you get all happy because you like a dry mead?
I like a dry mead, yeah.
MaTsDaGger, it's a local place in Atlanta. It's called Viking Meadery, actually.
All right.
Meadery with a D?
Yeah.
Nice.
Have any of you watched the show Ghosts?
Yeah, I love that show. It's so good.
With Patrick Swayze and
the
Demi
Viking
Moore?
is always talking about orgies and mead. It's classic.
He's fantastic. I love that show.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
I want to like mead.
No, Ghost was when Patrick Stewart had love with Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Swayze.
That would have been
Whoopi-
such a better movie.
If Patrick Stewart was in Ghosts, I would follow that.
Yeah,
That would be
it's
such a
Patrick
better
Stewart
movie.
railing Whoopi Goldberg. Demi Moore is just cucking on the side.
The time of my life.
I'm Henry VIII.
Ditto.
Henry
Ditto.
VIII, I am.
Just so many hands on that pot, that unmade pot.
I'm going to move this penny.
Oh, Whoopi, make it so. Make it so.
Whoopi, I will not let you rest unless you talk to my wife. Oh, it's Patrick Stewart. All right.
I love.
Is this a drinking obligation?
Mouth?
Yes. Oh, we have to drink if chat's nasty. So, oh no, what did I just do?
Oh no, Ryan, hold on.
What did you do to us?
Ryan, you opened the floodgates, I think.
I think I did. But
close the door.
No, the algorithm's gonna love it. Keep chatting, guys. We'll keep drinking. It's gonna be great. Actually, let everyone. Hey, if we all just talk to our friends, neighbors, parents, just put your phone on and then open the stream up. Let's get 11 to 22. Let's double this shit. And then the algorithm will love us. They'll love you. You go to bed happy. We'll go to bed happy. Let's go, babies.
Woohoo! There's a lot of love going around.
Ryan, if we get to 20 viewers right now, I will jerk, erect, and finger.
What?
At attention?
My spear.
You're going to finger your spear?
I'll finger my spear.
Yeah, man, some people are into that. I won't kink shame.
Idly fingering the haft of my spear.
The haft, yeah.
Yeah.
Idly. I'll do it.
I'll just finger the hilt.
So yeah, let's get this to 20 people, and Brother Dan will finger and jerk erect.
I'll jerk, erect, and finger. A cat for a hat for a cat,
and nothing for nothing.
How many viewers do we need for Josh to take his beanie off?
Thousands.
I don't think we have that many beers.
So why won't Elaine help Rand find Aes Sedai?
That's a great question.
I hear it.
Elaine or Egwene?
Oh, Egwene. Sorry, Egwene. Did she
apparently
promise
it's well
the
what
girls
she
that she wouldn't? I don't understand.
What Rand asked for is where is Elaine, and apparently she had made some sort of promise not to keep her name out your fucking mouth. So she's like, I'm not gonna say, it's not for me to say. I don't think that she's hiding necessarily the Saladar. I mean, there is that bigger implication, but that's not what he asked. He asked
right,
about,
but the way she phrases it to herself is that, or to himself, the way he phrases it to himself is that she's become an Aes Sedai, and he can only think of her as such now, which I thought was revealing.
And then, if thinking back to what Moiraine said about Aes Sedai and what he said he was going to continue to do of not trusting them is an interesting.
Right.
Is that how he sees them? Oh, look!
How he has to see Egwene now. Yeah.
Ryan's getting a little scritches. He's getting scritches.
Yeah, and she felt the TAVERN pull. He kind of just like put his eye up to her and was like, "What did he say? I know she's with Aes Sedai.
No, you
gonna toss the whole salad bar?
You told me those Aes Sedai support me or might. Are they afraid of me? I will take oath to stay away from them if they are, Gwen. I mean to give Elaine the Iron Throne, the Lion Throne, and the Sun Throne. She has claimed to both. Kyrie will accept her as quickly as Andor does. I need her, Elaine.
Need is a powerful word.
Brother Dan, we're up to 17. You're you're getting close.
Yeah. All right, guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I think you need to start taking your pants off right now.
I believe you said you were gonna finger your spear.
Right. I'm ready.
Okay, we're up to 19. We're up to 19.
Grew up.
Wait. Oh no! People are just creating accounts. I think.
I hope so. Algorithm. Hey, use the rhythm. More 20. Use the rhythm method, Dan, when you touch your.
All right. Well, all right.
Are you going to use the algorithm method?
Hi. Hold on. Ready?
Oh, the woman's circle is here now.
Snap, snap, snap. Hi. Remember me? I was Bill Clinton's vice president. Snap, snap. I'm doing the algorithm. Snap, snap. You can do it with me. Snap, snap. The algorithm. Snap.
Brother Dennis. No, here we go.
Wait, hold on. All right, fine. Gosh darn it.
Wait, we're back down to 19. Keep it up. Oh, is that your?
Hey, I'm dancing. I'm flop. What?
Dan, you promised fingering your shaft and jerking erect, Dan. That's what you promised. Jerk erect and finger your fucking shaft, bro.
All right. Here. All right.
This is going on Pornhub.
All right.
Do you like the anime?
All right.
What do you think Brother Dan's Pornhub search is? So let's let everyone know in chat.
Juggernaut and
Oh yeah.
thank you.
All right. That vacant stare, Dan, at the end.
Yeah, it was perfect. That's his own face. That's his own
That's
face.
the same look my dog does when he takes a shit and looks me in the eye.
Oh.
It was wonderful.
Way to make
That's
it
going
real,
in the
Ryan.
spank
Way
bank
to
for
make it
tonight.
real, buddy.
That's going in the spank bank for tonight.
And then I scratch the ground
Yeah, he
for
he
no
drags
reason,
his
like
ass across the ground.
I'm pretending to bury my poo, I guess. You're not burying anything. You're just scratching tooth.
All right, if we get to 25 viewers, I'm taking my shirt off.
Ryan, how is this happening?
It's working, Dan. The algorithm knows there's momentum.
Hey,
Andrew's here.
yeah,
That's why.
Start of time.
God, Andrew, send us a song that we will play every time you wake up and join the show. I'll just play your little jingo.
Oh man, I would love a
Jingle,
little.
not jingo. Jingle.
Jingo.
Hello,
Jingle.
hello. I wake up and
Was that you?
here I'm
Were you-
back.
It's just
Was
good
that
morning
you
to
doing an
me.
accent? Jingo.
Jingo.
Chapter 19 jumps. No, 19.
Josh,
is-
did you match your beanie and your shirt today for us?
Always.
No.
It's very, very, very turning winter colors. Very, very, very apropos.
Turning
Except it's
winter.
Summer?
colors?
Turning
I
winter
don't
colors.
know.
No, I don't know.
I don't
You
know. I
just-
dated a girl who worked
Come
at Gap, and all the colors were like verdant green and like Aztec
Olives.
brown. And it's like, what the fuck?
Aspen.
These are not colors.
You shop at the Gap.
No, she worked at the Gap. Anyways,
Oh.
this is 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's
Remember
like,
the
is that
Gap?
still a score?
Is the Gap a drinking obligation?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Sludge.
That gap's got grip.
Earth Tones, is that
Oh, no.
is that an Ogier band name?
You could pop a bottle cap with that gap.
Hello.
Perineum.
Shut up. 23. 23 right in there was 23. Take it off.
I said 25. I'm a man of my
Oh, you
word.
said, well, okay. All right.
Perineum's trying to
tried.
bastardize my
I
truth.
tried, Perry. Perry, I tried.
Ryan knows his truth.
So chapter 19 starts with the Luz Theron apocalypse dream. It is
Yeah.
crazy.
He has the show wings and the joke cars.
He has the showings and the joke cars just failing. He has things just blowing up. It says, quote, the showings faltered and fell, each carrying hundreds to death. So they're big buses or trains
Right.
in the air, right? Oh, right. I like the
they're
belly show.
Boeing 787 Max.
I got two buttons.
Yeah, the Supermax.
It's from the surgery he had. They had to lower his nipples.
Yeah.
Building shattered.
I can't believe you got your nipples lowered. That must have been an expensive surgery.
Whoa, look at that.
He had extra nipples.
Oh yeah, I got 4.
Look
Yeah.
at
Four
that.
nipples.
That's where the feeding tubes get plugged in.
So sexy.
I provide for my family, and I'm
So
sexy.
building shattered
They feed
like. I provide.
I'm leaving.
Do they milk,
I'm out of here.
do they milk you? Is that what happens?
I provide for my. Jesus, Ryan. Why are you so funny sometimes?
Sometimes.
Rarely.
But when he hits hard. He's like Butterbean. He's not the best boxer, but when he hits you, holy shit!
Holy shit. Yeah, by the way.
Rumpleshoe.
Don't know.
Ryan, you're like Butterbean. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Googling him now, so I know what you're talking about. Oh my God, we have one more, and I'm taking the shirt off. Come on, guys. 25. Come on. Come on.
All right. Quote, buildings shattered like glass, cities burned, the land heaved like storm-tossed seas, and after time, he faced a beautiful golden-haired woman. Watched love turn to terror on her face. Lads, Lews Therin has some fucked up dreams, guys.
Yeah.
This is... Yeah, I mean, is this what death is? Where you just dream your fucked up shit? I mean, I don't... God, Lews Therin is in literal hell, right? I mean... Him reliving this stuff over and over and over.
Trapped in somebody's head, too. He can't even control himself.
Yeah, isn't this hell for Lews Therin? Like,
sounds like it.
Like Dante's version?
It's one of
Josh,
the
what do you think?
I mean, it seems appropriate.
Yeah, I guess he did kill all those people.
I mean, it's a bad trip, but like...
It's a bad trip for sure.
What he did. I mean, it's not, I don't know. It's a nightmare, but it's his nightmare.
Yeah. And it was his nightmare. And Ren is like, holy cow, I just dreamed someone else's dream. Whoa. Do you think it was in Old Tongue? Anyways.
That's interesting.
Probably.
Oh, it's starting to come off.
Oh no!
There it is.
We hit.
We hit it, Ryan.
Let's get the music.
I guess if we get another 10, I got to take my shirt off. We get to
No,
35.
I'm taking mine off right now.
What are we gonna do?
Hey.
What will it take to get Josh to take his shirt off? That'll be something. Oh yeah! Look at this. I'm toned. Slender.
Right, I feel good too.
I'm like a hairless cat you don't want to touch.
Look at that.
But you'll follow me on Twitter.
Old man Ryan neck.
Oh yeah, I got several layers of neck. You can't look at that. Oh, waddle, 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 waddle. The ladies love the waddle, Josh. Don't mock.
I'm like a fetus right now.
Damn, you're that dancing fetus.
I'm like the dancing baby from Ally McBeal.
I can't.
All right.
I think I was doing the Running Man.
You were doing the Running Man, yeah.
Of course it was.
Gotta do the Dougie.
All right, hold on. Let's go. All right.
All right, Ryan. Either we gained 5 subs or lost 5 subs. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hey, that's what taking risks for. That's what humor is, Dan. We're taking risks. That's what we do.
You were so tan. Look how tan.
No, I was born this way, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. You look like the mailman to me.
Hey, man. What? Well, you're welcome. I do this shit every day. I deliver your packages. I deliver your junk mail. I know you're throwing 80% of it away, but I'm still there.
God damn it. What is going on with your shoulders?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's up with the shoulders, Dan?
Well, all right. So what? I went and got
You look like a flying dragon.
You got your nipples lowered, and he got his shoulders lifted. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got shoulder lifts. What's wrong with that? I mean,
nothing.
They're essentially 80s shoulder pads.
Yes.
yeah, they are.
He apparently had his balls taken off.
Right, get some legs.
Get some legs. All right. Hey,
get some legs.
Hey, don't be a legist.
A legist?
No.
He's an ableist.
No.
Oh my God. Is this time for a break?
What?
Where's the book?
Hey,
Where are we in the book? We have not talked about the book.
Far enough. We are not far enough. We're on chapter 19.
I think there's a Bella coming up.
Bella! There is not a Bella coming up.
Okay.
That psychedelic Bella has got me turned around.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Me too! Whoa! What?
So I think that the two best characters that would be super like mindfuck dark friends would be Loyal and Bella.
Okay. I'm down for this conversation.
Well, Bella is the dark one, so.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Hey,
Or
brother
she's the
Dan.
creator.
Brother Dan, I reached big head mode because I'm being so funny.
I see that.
Right, I thought you ate that mushroom after you hit that box and got like.
No, he hits the box later. That's later.
Hey,
Hey.
hey! You're not allowed to call my ladies a bot. Anyways,
Whoa! That's not what I meant. Where are you
Jesus.
going with that?
hit
I
that
should do
box.
this. Whoa! I'm dangling.
These are one of these shows that Josh is contemplating his choices.
This is Josh is like, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
So,
I'm a
the
grown
next thing-
man.
The next thing that comes up that's kind of interesting is that Avienda says that the wise ones are having dreams about him, and
Mhm.
and that they seem slightly prophetic.
Mhm.
I got to use that word twice. It's exciting. Whoa! The two hanging puppets.
Oh.
Dan's in 0G. Are you with Elon Musk in a 15-minute ride in space, Dan?
I'm floating, trying to eat fucking jump, like floating Lucky Charms. Jump.
Now we know what he's thinking about. Do you like the marshmallows or do you like the cereal part?
Wait, what is happening? What is happening? I don't even know what I'm reading right now. What is MX? What is happening? Unimos to die! Brother Dan, what is MX?
I think that's Mexico.
Yes!
I think he's in he's in
We going to Mexico?
City. I
Is that
think
what
it's peso.
Fucking whatever that is, that's amazing. We're supposed to be special music when we get music. All right, whatever. Hey, that's amazing. Flamingos tonight, we do miss you.
Yeah,
Wow.
Joe.
Come back.
All of the love.
He has a name?
Yeah.
Flamingo.
We got a super sticker. Younce! All right, Troy Younce is my new favorite guy. Troy, you, please join us in Discord. Don't be a stranger. Glad you found us.
Right. But stay strange.
Yeah, seriously, if
Don't
Troy
be a
stays
stranger.
after this show, Brother Dan, we've got him for life.
It's true.
This is
Yeah, no, this show is the rails are way over there,
yeah.
and we are here.
I blame Josh. He came in the mood and he's trying to pretend he's not, but he started this all. This is Josh energy.
Of course.
Major.
I will not own that, but that's fine.
Do you have like a beanie shaped as a crown?
I underlined here for drinking obligation, quote, probably lolling in bed.
Lolling.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I imagine laughing out loud in bed.
Oh, I was gonna ask you to
Oh,
describe
okay.
lolling somebody to me, but okay. Can you use it as a sentence? So because of that flamingo situation, does that mean we need to call our little group here a flamboyance?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Is that what a group of flamingos are?
Yes.
Flamboyant.
They're
How do you know that?
I am a tree of knowledge. You've got to pick from me.
You are
Okay.
a fucking tree of knowledge. I will say that, Ryan. I've said that several times in private text.
Oh,
I'm like,
absolutely.
Tom's a freaking tree of knowledge.
I've been like more like a mid-sized bush of knowledge, but like yeah,
Whoa!
yeah,
I take care of down there. I trim the downstairs. There's no bush.
well-trimmed bush. All right, this is just all right.
The only
Brother
bush is
Dan.
on my face, my friend. Oh, Matt
Yeah,
Subscribe!
Josh does not want to be here right now. No, he's got naked puppets. He's like, I have kids that are gonna watch this after I'm dead.
That's true. Dad,
This is not the legacy I want to leave.
What is this nonsense you did? Is this why you left me alone?
Speaking of very poor legacy, quote unquote, is this a drinking obligation? He smelled her.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Creepy.
yeah, maybe.
A little creepy.
Well, I mean, my mind went places, so.
That's also creepy.
Mhm.
We need to talk. Later.
Drinking obligation, quote, yesterday went very well, unquote. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So Rand is there. He tells Sulin, hey, by the way, fuck all your guards. I'm done with having 50 people around me. He says here, meaning Andor, or the Sun Palace, or the Stone of Tyr. 2 are enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And it's about time.
Avienda kind of praises him for putting her down so hard and says no one's ever done that before.
She's like, what the hell? That's rad.
You know me, you love me.
Fantastic.
Oh, all right.
I want to run my
put on-
fingers. I want to run my fingers through that beautiful hair on your chest there.
No, those are hieroglyphics.
I earned these.
You were in those abs.
This is the school of God damn the early 80s, the early aughts of YouTube. Just the dawning. The YouTube was just a babe. We were in there mucking it up.
Is it peanut butter jelly time? Is that what it is?
Peanut butter jelly time.
Oh,
Wait, yeah.
Oh.
There's
Oh.
legs.
oh, you want to talk legs?
Oh,
He's got legs,
Look at that
and
big
he
giant
knows how to use them.
purple hammer. He's got a purple hammer. Are you
got a
fingering
purple
your
hammer?
hammer? Are you
Is that
fingering
the
your
Bryant.
hammer?
hammer thing?
You know, it's always funny how the hammer looks different than the skin tone, right?
Yep. Well, it's engorged right now. That's why. That's why it's purple.
Engorged hammer.
Ah.
All right, let's just continue the show, guys.
The metaphor was already established. We know.
yeah.
Wait.
And I'm running with it.
It's perfect.
Look, there's a dead Bella.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
All right. Anyways,
Bella's gonna take offense
what-
to that.
so is let's fucking finish this chapter.
So
Well, yeah. So the last thing is just Avienda remembering boning Rand. So
well, hang on. There's Melanie and Bear dreamed of Rand on a boat.
you want to go back to the talking? All right.
Right.
Three
Okay,
women
yeah.
whose faces they could not see, a scale tilting the first one way than the other. I mean,
Three
we talked
women on a
about
boat.
this last week with Min's vision.
Yeah, and it was also 3 women on a boat.
Yes. So this,
And
is,
then
the third,
Rand-
this is
What?
at least the third mentioning of this within the
Yeah.
context of the story. So-
Why is it
As-
a boat,
as-
Josh?
As something prophetic as well. Ha! Third time.
Right.
Why are we seeing a boat? Are we seeing a boat?
No,
I
it was the
interpret
wise
it
ones.
here.
as being like I gotta get, it's too late, my brain is not fully turned on right now. The Greek
Jesus,
Oh,
what are we gonna
he's-
do, Dan, to turn this guy on?
who
Vote
takes
if he's-
you across
Oh, the river Styx.
Styx.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the name of the boatman? I imagine it's like,
it's in there. It's in there. Hold on, I'll get it.
yeah, it's in my brain too, but
We're trying to turn you on, Josh.
I don't know the name of the boat guy.
I don't know. Charin. Ah, ha ha. Nomen Garden. It's almost right. Nomen Garden.
they're on, yeah.
It's a Charon. Or well, it depends on the different.
Yeah, Sharon, which is the moon of Mars, one of the moons of Mars, right?
Oh, I did not grok that.
Brian, grok harder.
My first fantasy, my first delving into any kind of fantasy stories was Greek and Roman religion. I remember being 6 years old, them telling me that was a religion that people believed in.
Isn't that why they put the coin in the mouth or in the eye?
On the eyes, over the eyes.
Yeah,
to pay him, yeah, to pay him.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the rivermen. Pay the
Oh, I
boatmen.
thought that was a pagan.
It is pagan. That's pagan.
Give you a pagan.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's,
but what if you didn't have coins on your eyes? Do you just like
You don't
thumb
go-
a ride?
You
don't
get
get
tossed into the
Hitchhike
river.
the river
and you
Styx
never make
with
it
some
to the
hippies?
afterlife.
yeah, you
Like
don't
some VW bus on the river Styx is like, hey, bro, you need a ride? And you're like, yeah, I don't have coins.
people don't
Yep.
love you and they don't want you to make it to the underworld, apparently.
Hey, you're just on the side of the road asking for a miracle, right, Dan?
Yep, exactly.
So they see the bowl Terangrial, in the
Oh,
Right.
yeah. And the next
which
one.
is going to affect the weather, going to cause rain, but yeah, so cool connection there.
Rand thinks that the person that he can't
Assassination's
see,
a gray man.
he
Right?
thinks it's a gray man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think he's right, or do you think that now just because he thinks that he can't be right?
Let's see. Kind of wetlands. Let's see. Melanie and Amy's dream of a man standing by your side with a dagger to your throat. I thought it was Luz Therin,
Ah.
but
he can't see him because he's in his head.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah.
Aviendus tries to almost kill a maiden who talks shit.
Yeah.
And then she flashes, sorry, girl, I got toe. And the
Yeah.
girl says, very small, spear sister, and doesn't lift the pinky or curl the pinky to like
To make it
talk shit on.
contemptuous. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, did she just pretty much just like flash a peace sign? It's like, it's all good. We're all good. Or was she doing like, I mean, what does this look like? Does it look like a third base coach telling the first base guy in first base to steal? Is it like,
Or
boom, boom,
just,
boom,
you
boom,
know,
boom,
sign language.
clap? Right. I kind of like my example though, Tom. Like, I like thinking that all these spear sisters are like, all right, touching their nose, touching their belt buckle like 4 times, and then touching their shoulders twice, and then clapping, clap. All right,
I'm not sure if you want me to kill this guy or steal third.
I don't know. Hey, brother, that's easy. ASL's Aiel sign language.
Oh man, that's perfect. There's another smaller content creator. They're pretty great. Their name is Reese. They are actually hard of hearing, and they invented a whole made in hand talk sign language thing. It was pretty cool.
Wait,
Oh, that's awesome.
Reese has popped up in chat.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
that's my daughter. I don't know if you know that.
Okay. Absolutely. I did not know that. That's great to hear. I mean, we did a first sister ceremony, and they needed someone to stand in as their new mother, and I did that.
I feel like I should wear pants if you're talking about your daughter. I don't.
It's all right. They were smacking each other in the
Very
face, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, brother Dan and I used to smack each other in the face when we were kids.
Well, you are.
No, we never went for the face. We punched shoulders.
All right, you're right.
Your first brothers, so that makes sense. Anyway, the next chapter is called From the Setting, and we get to meet some Moro gear.
Well, why? Okay, yeah. One last thing. Why is the toe that? Okay. Avienda's toe to Rand means she has to kill herself. Her toe to Elaine means she has to kill Rand. Why is that?
Kill?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. So she does say that.
She says that
quote,
in order to fulfill her obligation to Elaine for sleeping with Rand, she has to kill Rand.
it says,
In order
quote,
to fulfill her
killing
obligation
Rand
to Rand for saving her life, she has to kill herself.
Killing Randall Thor would meet one toe. Killing yourself would the second. But
Why?
each toe
I don't
block
fucking
that
understand
situation.
that.
From
Why is that the solution to her obligations to them?
Well, we don't know for sure what she's thinking about when she says matters of one toe would be to kill Rand. Do we know for sure what she's talking about?
Well, we
there?
know that her toe to Rand involves that he saved her twice.
Yeah, but that's not why she has to kill him. She says a matter of one toe would be to kill him, and then the matter for him saving her.
Is
So
it
what's
her
the first
fucking him?
What other toe does she have to him, Tom?
Well, she doesn't say
Bonk,
him.
wow,
She
wow.
says,
Igloo, baby.
she says just one
No,
toe.
for Elaine, no. Killing Rand resolves her toe to Elaine.
Oh, okay.
Herself resolves her toe to Rand. But why?
Mhm.
Why is that the solution? Why are either of those the solution to either of those?
I think you'd have to be an Aiel to understand that one.
Well, that sucks. That's dumb.
No, I hear you.
Well, I mean,
I
it's well. Let's rationally think
Why
about
have
it.
we not been told about? Like, it's just so inscrutable.
Josh, what a better way to like control these things socially than like to say like, okay, like if you cheat on your, maybe anyone who catches Rand cheating on Egwene needs to kill him. It doesn't matter if it's Avienda doing it with him or not. Maybe it's just like, oh, you see infidelity, you die.
What I wonder what does chat think? Why does Avienda have to kill Rand?
Well, and
Yeah,
let
first off,
me
while
actually,
chat's talking, I'm going to talk over you because, brother Dan, we saw some toe, and I don't know if there's. I think it's the first. Tom, can you show us your toe?
My sandals? You like my sandals?
You had no look at those toes.
I
Look
don't,
at
I don't
those
have,
toes. We
I have
got
no toe. I
we
have
got
no
one
toe.
toe.
I have no toe.
We
I have
got
all the
Pluto toes. Jesus
There's
Christ,
no
you have
toe.
opposable toes.
Yeah, man.
I have just imprints, just suggestions of toe.
I got
But
sandals
you
too.
have major toe.
Yeah.
Let me read this last paragraph here. It says, quote, a Wetlander servant was running up the hall, keeping her face clear of the disgust she felt for someone who spent his life serving others. Avienda strove off the other way so she would not have to pass the fellow. Killing Randall Thor would mean one toe, would meet one toe. Killing herself the other, but each toe blocked the solution to the other. Whatever the wise one said, she had to find some way to meet both. So she was just seeing a servant run up the hallway and was disgusted, was taken aback by it, was like, oh, how do you even deal with that? And then instantly starts thinking about her own toe. I don't know. I like how Robert Jordan kind of did that. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing stuff into that, I think.
We've said so much. We've said toe so many times. It's become numb to my ears now.
Toe.
It's like Om. I was not ready for that one.
Ryan, was that Tobin chant?
Everyone,
No,
turn
sorry.
your bass up and sit on the speaker.
Tobin Chan, that's fucking great, Dad.
Thank you, Ryan.
That-
It
that
took a
was
minute, but it was
That's Tobin throat singing.
Tobin throat singing, yes. All right, chapter 20 is from the setting. It is a Rand point of view.
God, 20?
Ryan,
Jesus. I know.
blame
It's my
yourself.
fault. I know.
Why? I wonder why.
wait,
we're
where's
only
my
on
shirt?
chapter 20.
Because
Wait,
we're going
what's
through each
happening?
one.
What happened? Where's my shirt? Wait, wait,
What's going
wait.
on
What
here?
happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is
Is-
embarrassing.
A drinking obligation, quote unquote. Thumbing tobacco?
Only if tobacco is a person.
I mean, did your mind go somewhere, Tom? Did it?
Yeah, thumbing is.
All
pretty
right,
sexy.
all right. Yeah,
Pretty
thumbing
sexy.
tobacco.
Pretty sexy.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. He meets some Ogier. It is people whose
Elder
name
Hammond.
sings in Rand's ears.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Aerith and Elder Hammond are pretty fantastic. I love, if you listen to the audiobook, Michael Kramer does the best Ogier voice. I love him. I was a little concerned about how Hamed Animashon was going to do Loyal's voice in the show, but he did great. He wiped my concern away, but Michael Kramer will always be my Ogier voice in my head.
Mm-hmm.
He's fantastic.
They meet Haman, Corville.
Oh, and Corville, sorry.
And Aerith. And
I was
Corville
distracted by Aerith's ears.
Yeah, no, they're so. You know what? That's inappropriate. We should correct ourselves, Tom.
Sorry.
We shouldn't focus on an Ogier's ears.
It's true. They are sexy though. The way they twitch.
God, Tom.
The little tufts of hair that she has on. All right, I'll stop.
Oh, Tom. I'm about to.
Josh has got some pretty nice ears. Sorry,
Josh. Corville is Loyal's mom. Haman is like the elder of the steading, and Aerith is the betrothed. This is how Ogier do it. The mom picks a wife. Giggity.
Hello, brother Zach. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Zachariah.
Hey, Zachariah just finished the series in its entirety.
Woohoo.
Welcome.
I love that the IEO call them tree brothers, and I love how they hold them in reverence, so the way they interact with them there.
Mm-hmm.
And they show a lot of emotion here, which is something that they usually don't. You know, going back and forth. Well, Corville kind of, and then Haman getting mad at Aerith and Corville.
Right.
But
and
you know,
Aerith
she
is
worried about her
just
son.
smitten.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
She's like, he's so handsome. But yeah, they're like, all right, so we need to take him back. He's been gone a long time. He's been gone about 5 years. Rand's like, I thought 10 years was kind of the limit. And they're like, yeah, anyone who's been gone 10 years is fucking irredeemable.
Yeah,
they're damaged.
She makes him worry about the longing. What do you think about that, Josh? What do you think about the longing?
It's a cool concept. I get it. This is what brought up that question I was having about whether or not the Ogier could channel, given the nature of the steading. I mean, what do they call the singing?
Tree singing.
Tree singing? Like,
yeah.
It's just they're connected differently to the pattern and to the one power than humans are.
Okay. Well, the only like they're the only other than so there's only a handful of non-human races in this fantasy world, and most of them are created by Agenor, but then the others are the fox people and the elfin and the elfin,
and the plant people,
the nim, the nim. They say were constructs also. I wonder if Agenor made them. That would be cool. But yeah, so do you think that maybe can the elfin and the elfin channel? Is that something too?
I don't think so. Based on their desire for the memories of humans and their suffering, I think they just have a very different experience of the world. I do think that the pattern still affects them.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they can channel.
They have some sort of connection.
Channel either.
Oh, okay.
When Rand meets with the Ogier, he pretty much says, hey, you guys have waygates all over the place. I need to know where these are. They're like, yeah, we can probably help you. He's like, maps! Bring me maps! Maps come from everywhere. And he notices the decline of civilization. It says it, quote here,
right.
Borders and names were enough to rank the maps by age, but overall it was, quote, a story of fading since Hawkwing's empire crumbled, of humanity in slow retreat. Later he says humanity retreated and the shadow advanced. I guess it's pretty interesting, and I've noticed that, like, European maps pre-World War I to now, I mean, they're all different. They're all different. And this is what Rand's seeing is, instead of seeing civilization just transfer, it's being retreated. The Blight used to be 100 miles or 1,000 miles this way, and now it's down here where things are buried. You know, he's seeing history, like a climate change, more or less,
Right.
is what he's looking at. But not climate change, I guess.
Well, I mean, kinda. It is
Right.
affecting the weather.
Right?
And the species of life.
Oh, MaTsDaGger there. Has there ever been a dark friend Ogier? What do you think about that, Josh?
We talked about this actually, MaTsDaGger. I think they could be, but I don't think we've seen one. There's no reason to think that they couldn't be a dark friend, but there's very little. Okay, think about it this way. What could the Great Lord offer an Ogier that would motivate them to come to his side?
Just
They already live forever or a long time.
everlasting wood.
Yeah.
A wood that lasts longer than 4 hours.
I don't think that would matter to them.
I call
I
the wisdom for that.
Nothing. The the Great Lord deals in the currency of human desire.
Yeah, would they want to live forever? They want to know all the things.
No, that's
they
a
want to
great
be
point,
powerful.
Josh. Yeah.
And the Ogier are not driven by the same system of values, to the point where, like, again, they don't even understand human nature, or in their perspective of the wetlanders, the outsider human world is very limited by their own perspective, right? So,
Josh, I don't think we've ever talked about in-depth Ogier and steading per se, but what are Ogier? Why do they have these areas that are somewhat immune from the one power, and why are they so different from humans in every other aspect?
Fantasy.
Yeah. Okay. No, I dig it.
Because that's the way Robert Jordan wanted them.
I love that answer, though.
Contrast. I mean, they're like the elves of Robert Jordan's world, is how I think of them.
That's a good,
They're RJ elves instead of Tolkien elves.
They're a fun little mixture of, like, elves and dwarves, where, like, you know, they forge things out of wood instead of stone.
Right. And the steading is it's like a protected place from. So we've talked about this a bunch in the past, but I think that there's a force, there's power outside of what we know as the OP, right? There's other ways to use, I'm going to use a generic term here, magic, that doesn't fall into the category of the one power.
Okay.
Right?
So far,
Between
the only
Lanfear's shape-shifting, and there's other examples that are not coming to mind right now, but we've talked about them in the past.
Yeah, the big one is the entire reason for the boar in the first place is just why Lanfear said she sensed something that both men and women can both sense, like the one power.
Right. But it was separate from it.
Yeah.
And I imagine that the steading is sort of a corollary to that. It's obviously interconnected with the one power. The fact that the ways are grown by the singing stone or whatever
Dabbing in sorrel leaves.
And yeah, like again, ties back to like Tolkienite elves, but like the tree that connects the elves to their homeworld, right?
Oh,
Their home place. The terminology is escaping me right now, but
the Cimmerils.
The Cimmerils, exactly. Yeah.
I had to open that filing cabinet. Wasn't open for a long time. I had
Nice.
I had the Wheel of Time filing cabinet open, and I had to close it. The little man had to walk across the other side of my brain and open that one. It took a second.
Well done, Tom.
Yeah, but the steading is essentially, I think it's like, I mean, in a very literal sense, it's the garden of
the talisman of growing. Yeah, that's the thing that grows the way gates.
Talisman of growing. Yeah, it's the steadings are the garden of the power of the Ogier.
Ah, interesting.
And therefore are not. It's a shield to the human one power that is all around outside of it, right?
Okay. So the one power is strictly for humans.
I think so. Yeah. Well, and the creator. So what does that tell you about that? That it's probably in human's own image. But yeah.
Well, we do have talents that we've heard from humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a talent for like the wolf sense, I guess, maybe a talent. But
there's another thing that lies outside of the one power that is seemingly magical, right?
Yeah. And wow. What the hell? The sniffer. Hurin.
Is Hurin. And tree singing or wood singing might be, I don't know, is that
wood singing? You want to sing to my wood?
Yeah.
Okay, so
far, wherever you are, my heart will go on.
You have the voice of an angel.
Thank you. Like a cherubim,
like an angel on his last breath.
No, it's
Like
more like
Chris
the angel of death. It's more like the angel of death, but you know, it's an angel.
It is an
Chris Angel.
Chris Angel, yeah, that's what it is.
Chris Angel doing karaoke.
Yep.
Again, on his last breath.
On his last breath. It was kind of breathy. Anyway, so Shatter Logoth is where they end up because Rand's like, I know where there's a way gate. I'll take you there. Perfectly safe. Don't worry about it. And they end up going Shatter Logoth there.
There is, I do want to point out that even Ogier have a little bit of misogynistic things. Quote, women do not become exhausted, Heyman said. They only exhaust others. That is a very old saying among us. Corville and Aerith sniffed in harmony. Ryan, can we sniff in harmony? You're muted.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
All right. No, let's do it again. I'll do a real sniff.
Okay.
3,
1,
2.
2. Wait, is it on one or one and?
3, 2, 1, blank.
Okay. Rochambeau rules.
You do it.
3, 2, 1.
That was the grossest thing I think we've done.
Yeah, we might as well just eat bananas.
Oh gosh, I have so much mucus in my throat.
I would like to watch that. I'm gonna do that later for me.
Gross. All right, so yeah, they're like, all right, I need to know where every waygate is. There's like 10 waygates over here. There's 4 over here. There's 7 along the borderlands. They're like, we need to do this. Go ahead.
Aren't steading also like inaccessible from within the world of dream from Tel'aran'rhiod? Like, didn't we see that it's like a misty kind of like
correct
impenetrable wall?
Yes,
that's amazing. Yes.
So I was thinking, I was just trying to remember, like, not only does it block someone's ability to use the one power, but it actually blocks their ability to even sense the true source, right?
Correct.
Right. But even Ogier themselves don't know how it's done, presumably, anymore. How the blocking happens.
Josh, do you think that Egwene could dreamwalk in a steading?
I think so, because dreamwalking isn't really... People who can't channel can dreamwalk. So I don't think it uses the true source or the one power.
But as you said, the steadings are really not accessible until Roniel.
Right, but didn't we see that like certain aspects of like didn't Asmodean like enter the steading and his shielding stayed?
Well, no, he couldn't sense the one power when he was. Oh, you mean because he went in and left and it was still there?
Yeah, and like he still couldn't channel while he was in. So it's like whether or not something was done before you enter matters. So what does that imply about dreamwalking? Maybe you can't leave the steading.
Oh yeah, and also the Lan and Maureen have gone in and out of settings before as well, and their bond is still there.
The water bond is still in place. Right?
I think it just means you can check out anytime you like, but you just can't never leave.
So do you think this is a smart trip to Shadow Logoth that they take now, or do you think this was maybe a little bit in error on Rand's part?
Yeah, he just jumped right to Shadow. He's like, Arendelle, let's go there.
Yeah, let's go to the most dangerous place on the planet next to the Blight.
Let's go to that creepy fucking place.
Yeah. Next to the Blight and the Ways, let's go to the most dangerous place on the planet. Then
I don't know. I don't know why he decides to take them there. I guess because it's one of the few waygates he knows.
Yeah, that isn't guarded, I guess. He wants them to lock it, right?
Yeah, it's like...
And he can't guard it. He's not going to leave somebody there.
He can't set someone to guard. So... But he knows it's important to block it there. And he sets a nasty trap.
It is kind of like saying, hey, you want to go to a bar? Let's go to a strip bar.
It's more like, hey, let's go to a bar, and then you hit somebody in the face with a bar. That's kind of...
Fucking Kevin.
Kevin, come to Discord.
There's not too much that happens in this chapter other than a lot of warnings and stuff up until they make it to the Waygate itself, and then
Jesus, this is perfect.
Try to leave.
You can't never leave.
That's perfect.
God, Norman Garden winning chat again.
I like how no one ever gets confused when people are weavers in this world too.
Yeah,
they know. No one ever brings that up.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not basket. Yeah, there's no basket weavers in this place. That's amazing. All right.
So are steading discovered?
Actually, I want to ask this real quick. Flamingo Sarai, I wanted to ask you, Josh, what does this all say about the true source? That
you can't sense it in the setting. You can't sense it in the setting.
Yeah.
What does this say about the true source?
What does what say about it?
That you can't.
I guess
sense
that there's areas, areas on the world that it can't be sensed.
Well, I guess the limitations of it.
Of what though, and why is it limited?
I don't exactly understand the question.
It's from the creator.
I guess what does it say about the nature of setting or the nature of the one power?
I think didn't we just talk about that? I mean, that
I didn't put the question up there.
No, I know.
I mean, we have a power that's from the wheel and the pattern itself. Why are steadings immune? I guess.
I mean, I'm imagining it's time. I mean, so another way to approach this is, what is the longing, and why is it inverse for Ogier versus a channeler, right? Like the channelers who escaped after the breaking of the world to live in the steading to keep from going mad, right? Like
Correct.
they're the ones who co-created the ways with the Ogier, right? So, but they being in the steading didn't remove the need for them to channel, right? Many of them
They left anyway. Yeah.
left anyways and went mad because, similar to the longing, they were called to channel.
Yeah.
At least this is how I understand it, right? Like,
well, they do talk about it like an addiction, channeling.
yeah, right. And especially with the taint, right? It's like,
Giggity.
So why is it that the Ogier have the longing and channelers have this desire to channel? I imagine they're like mirror images of one another.
Oh,
right?
so you think those are related too? That's interesting.
And so, I mean, maybe the Ogier are from another planet, another world, and these are their microbiomes. You know,
they're aliens.
Maybe they're also aliens, like the Aelfin and Elfin.
Are aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, maybe.
They did talk about in Eye of the World the story of Len, who flew to the moon on a eagle made of fire,
and
his
we know that's a parallel for John Glenn, though.
Yeah. And then I forgot the name for his daughter, but it's Sally Ride.
Sally Ride, right? Yeah. But what does that have to do with the Ogier? Sorry.
Nothing. It was just another planet, talking about space travel and aliens and.
There's at least one acknowledgement of one
actually, what they said is, Ogier, the eagle has landed.
No, actually, that was a mistranslation. It was the Ogier has landed, but they thought it was the eagle has landed.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Yeah, it's like it got a little choppy there, so they just went with it.
So then so at the end of this, we get to see a lot of. Before we get to that, I was going to say we get to see Rand lose his mind again, but
Sally rides.
Rand does have a nice little conversation with the voice in his head.
Yeah. Lucerne does not like Shadow Loga.
You could also imagine, like, if the true source in the glossary, the true source is the driving force of the universe, which turns the wheel of time, divided into a male half and a female half, which work at the same time with and against each other.
So it drives the universe, not Earth or whatever the planet is, but the whole universe. Right.
So what if the steading are essentially like, again, and I always imagine the wheel as having like a hub and a hub and a surface, right?
Yeah. Well, they talk about how the ages are different spokes in the wheel. So.
Right. So if you imagine like the steading might be on the hub or inside the hub, but our projections out to the surface of the wheel where the true source has its gravitational effect. Centripetal force.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Where do the Ogier come from, and why is it that they need to be shielded from the true source? Is maybe another way you could look at it, right?
Yeah.
I love. Yeah. Oh gosh, I really love that. So, are they a part in the pattern? I guess.
Right. Is it to keep them from being affected by the pattern? And what does that say about Loyal?
Because he's clearly, again, we've talked about this, like Loyal left 3 years prior to meeting Rand, and all of a sudden he's boom.
5.
5.
Yeah, he's 5 years out now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He met Rand 2 years ago.
Before he met Rand. Anyways, yeah. So, like, is that a pattern thing, or is what? Yeah. Where is that? relate to what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, or is Loyal himself a TAVERN, right? Is that even possible for an Ogier?
Can an Ogier be a TAVERN? That's interesting.
Right, is another question. Interesting question.
Are they all TAVERN?
Yes. Earth.
Yeah. Si se puedes? Yes, we can.
So the other cool thing that happens in Shadow Logoth before we lose one of the maidens is they notice that the gate that is around the Waygate is made out of power wrought metal.
Power wrought metal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely.
It's the only other thing other than swords and cups that we found and the seals that's made out of.
Is it made out of Quilindar?
Well, I mean that's they don't directly say it in this chapter, but I was going to see what you thought about that because it's perfect, it's unstained, it's not rusted, except the joining pieces
between it. Yeah. So it's not forged out of a single piece of Quilindar, but
ooh, this is fascinating. I don't know the veracity. I imagine it because if Mersu,
it is true. Yes.
It's probably true.
Elder Hammond specifically says that the longing was a thing from after the breaking as well.
Wow, I see. Amazing. So, yeah, put that in your.
All right. Well, that can be easily explained, right? I mean, the earth folded, stretched, and changed places.
Yeah.
So, what if the steading are no longer where they used to be?
Well, it's not that the steading moved; it's more that the land moved under them. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
right? They could find steadings for a while.
I mean, they're debating that in the chat right now. Like, what is going on with that? Is that verified? Like, the settings are just like static and everything just kind of morphed around it?
That is the way Elder Hammond described it in the last chapter.
Something like that in the chapter.
Yeah, he says that in the last chapter that the land around them moved. Some of them ended up.
I should read these chapters, Dan.
Some of them ended up under the ocean. Yep. Some of them ended up in the Blight, and they couldn't find them. Dry land
became sea and sea dry land, but the land folded as well. Sometimes what was far apart became close together, what was close far. Of course, no one can say whether Chichen and Sanchin were far apart at all.
There you go.
Referring to two of the settings.
Yeah.
I like to think that there's still, under the water, some Ogier hanging out in some subaquatic...
Does that mean if you go to that Waygate in the ways and open it, just water just starts pouring out?
Yeah.
just hold on for dear life.
and since there's like no ground in the ways, does that mean like you could eventually just drain the ocean?
In the ocean, yeah.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
just whales come flying through the Waygate and just fish and shit.
Yeah.
Do they have whales in Reno?
I don't know. I like to imagine.
Yes. Yes. Because there had to have been a what is it? Jonah? There must have been a third age Jonah.
Sure. So the last thing that happens in this chapter.
So what does that mean? That before the breaking, Ogier could wander freely and not feel the need to be in the steading,
or maybe is because like
Well, let's speculate. Let's speculate. What do you think is going on with that? This uncomfortable silence is brought to you by Taurus Hat Coffee Company. If you want your coffee delivered to your home,
I tried to say something.
Let's all
remember that. Thinking about it.
10%
no, for real. No, go for it. Yeah. So Taurus Hat Coffee Company is a socially conscious company that give proceeds to children's causes around the world. Children who are suffering from being displaced through war and famine, they are there to help. So every bag you buy from Taurus Hat Coffee Company, you're helping a child somewhere in the world who is suffering from the vagaries of humanity. Let's add. Isn't that a great ad to bring that up?
Guys, buy an espresso, save a child.
There we go. All right, Josh, go.
Go ahead, Tom. I couldn't think while you were talking, Ryan. I'm sorry. This is like way too deep to have someone talking about coffee while
Yeah.
you're trying to contemplate it.
I lost it.
We got
You lost.
Tanzanian. We have Ethiopian. We have Costa Rican. We have Jamaican. We have Brazilian. We have
You want an espresso? Do you want a pre-ground? You let them know. It's delivered to your very
they'll
your
grind
doorstep.
it for you.
All right, so yeah, Josh. In terms of that, though, like obviously you don't know the answer, but what implications are there? Like when you're starting to think about it.
Sorry,
like,
I had muted you. Were you talking to me?
You can do that? I didn't know you could meet Ryan. Really? Let me-
I mean, I just turned off my volume. What were you saying, Ryan?
No one knows.
All right. Ryan's butthole got hurt.
Hey, no. As you're thinking about it, like I mean, like maybe not come to conclusions, but like what implications are you seeing? Like, where's your
I
mind
really
going?
couldn't think about it while you guys were talking about coffee. I was not joking.
I know, but there's like 1 minute of silence, and like everyone's sphincters just shoved into their mouths. Like I had a sphincter coming out of my like larynx. I couldn't deal with that.
I figured that was what you wanted. That's why I didn't say nothing.
You did tell Tom to not say anything.
Well, Tom is very good at leading the witness.
I wasn't gonna. What would you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. I was worried. I know. Yeah. So Tom, help me.
Right. We're all like this.
Oh no! Just fucking folding in ourselves. You're the puppet Aurora Borealis.
I have our sphincter in our mouths.
So I mean,
Ouroboros, not Aurora Borealis. Sorry.
if this Ogier could wander before the breaking and not experience longing, that means that either the thing that they miss while they're not in the steading now was everywhere, or something about the steadings themselves changed, became more addictive, or whatever it is, if you want to think about it like a drug. And now they can't be without it without suffering. I mean, presumably if they came from another dimension or whatever, another planet, and when they were brought there, they were given these microbiomes, like maybe they could just travel around willy-nilly. I don't know. I don't know what would have had to change to make it so that whatever they need was everywhere is no longer there, or for them to need something new after the breaking that only exists in the steading.
In your head canon, how many Ogier are there in this world?
Tens of thousands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
I imagine each steading has 100 to 1,000, and there's a bunch of steadings that we know about, 20, 30 some odd steadings, so I don't know.
Okay.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. Yeah.
Will we ever see them all together?
Well, isn't that what the stump is sort of their...
Oh yeah. The great stump.
I mean, I imagine the stump is kind of like their
Are we supposed to drink?
internet meetup.
Oh, it's your internet meet. Okay, it's Google. It's a Google.
I was thinking,
It's Twitter Spaces for
It's
the
Zoom. It's the eternal Zoom link.
see, I was picturing the Republican National Convention.
Sorry.
Where they're like, do we want these people in our steadings? They're not bringing their best.
What?
They're bringing their tainted.
Yeah.
I guess one other possibility.
So hasty. So hasty.
So I mean, okay, I'm
One other
gonna.
possibility is that the true source makes Ogier sick.
Oh, the true
Oh.
source. Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Protection from the true source that the steading are, rather than vice versa. I guess it's like drug versus bandage.
Josh, this is the
Kind of
greatest thing I've ever heard. I fucking love this.
Yeah, this is great.
What's something else that happened after or around the breaking and has changed since the breaking?
Your mom.
The taint.
Pet rocks.
Pet rocks, yeah. Chia pets.
Tie-dye.
The loss of technology.
Okay.
The loss of the old tongue.
Dan really likes chia pets.
Chia pets.
Really likes them.
Chia. All right, is there a chance that the whole world was a steading before the breaking?
Oh, I like that.
No, because people could channel.
That's what I thought Tom was going to say. I was like, oh shit, maybe I should.
Yeah. Y'all know you're talking.
Yeah, people can channel. You're right. Okay.
I mean, assuming that that's what the steading does, and again, we don't know that, but like, if the steading's purpose is to block the true source, either to prevent it from harming the Ogier or to provide them with something, whether that's pleasure or connection or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of questions.
Yeah. So, is there anything else from the Shadow Logoth chapter? Or we jump into...
besides, Leah does disappear.
Yeah.
She's a maid. She's gone. They do a thorough search.
Why does Luz Thurin mention Demandrit while he's there? That was a weird one. Pedron Nial as a dark friend, Ram considers here, which I thought was interesting because we've talked about that. This little bit about it being darker than the shadow and like the explanation of how Eridol consumed itself was fascinating.
Right. So was this a natural digression for them, or was it? So we hear that it in the history, a man named Mordeth became a counselor in Eridol and counseled the rule that to survive, Eridol must be harder than the shadow, more cruel the shadow, less trusting. Slowly they made it so. Was Mordeth what did he have good intentions and it just fucked up, or was he a bad guy from the start, do you think?
Well, it depends on what you mean by bad guy.
I mean, was he like a
I mean, in the sense of selfish and obsessed with their own self-preservation and the expense of the world? Probably yes.
Yeah. Okay. But was he corrupted by the Dark One, I guess, or was this on its own?
I think it's on its own.
Okay.
But again, that's just a sense. I don't know.
Well, they do mention that Mordeth at least is not of the Dark One, so that's
right.
Could point you.
And we can see that Haddon Fane, Mordeth, Ordeith is in opposition to the Dark One and has rejected the Dark One as the true master and is now on his own campaign, right?
Haddon Fane
wants his revenge against Rand for what he did related to the Dark One, but he has his own mission.
Yeah, Haddon Fane, but I meant the fog that's like in Shadow Logoth.
Well, Mordeth is not
Mordeth like not Mordeth like Haddon Fane, but like the fog. Mashadar, yeah, my bad.
I don't think Mordeth is Mashadar. I think Mashadar is the incarnation of the evil that happened there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my brain just mixed up the two M words because it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I think Mordeth. Yeah. No,
I meant Mashadar is not
the Dark One, but yeah.
So then the guy that was speaking because that's what the dude, the untrustworthiness and craziness that happened in Arid Hall is what birthed Mashadar.
Mm-hmm.
And Mashadar wasn't of the Dark One.
Right. It's just a separate darkness. But similar to More Death, I think it's got its own agenda. This resonance of evil bit was kind of fascinating. That happens when Rand uses the one power to create the trap. There's like a feedback system that happens.
Interesting.
With the evil that's there in himself. And what is this bit about Haman saying, I really don't see how I can offer you more protection than you can offer yourself, but it's yours? Did Haman think that Rand wanted Haman to protect him?
Oh, you mean when they went to, when he asked them to come to Shadowlove? Yeah.
Yes, no, wait, Rand says, I would appreciate it if you all would stay with me. Then we can all search together. Of course, Haman said, I really don't see how I can offer you more protection than you can offer yourself, but it is yours. Rand had no idea what Haman was talking about, but it did not seem the time to ask.
Haman's like, all right, yeah, I got your back. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's another thing. So Haman says that in reference to the Waygate, he says, quote, I can lock it.
Yeah.
So it cannot be opened again without Talisman of Growing.
Right.
Is that...
You need a drink?
Yeah, I think so. Talisman of Growing?
Yeah.
For sure we do. Is this a non-channeling Angreal like a stone ring? Is it something from another planet or whatever? Is
Well,
it, what
the
what
Ogier
is the
can use
Talisman
it.
of Growing? Yeah.
But,
It's not-
you
you don't
don't,
need to
have to
channel.
be able to channel to use a Terangrial.
Just like some of the wise ones can use the stone ring to get into...
And fucking Swan can use it to enter...
Yeah, I mean, so is it an Angreal or is it something different?
I assume so.
A Turang.
Because the Waygates were made by the Aes Sedai who escaped to the Steadings and the Ogier in combination. So presumably the Talisman of Growth is like made by... Presumably it's made by the Aes Sedai in order to help with the tree singing.
The male Aes Sedai that, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Like
It's
fluffers in a porn set?
Angreal, basically.
Yeah.
Could there be an Angreal that connects to the wolf vision?
Well, it's Telerenrio.
Right. Right, but could there be a Terangrial that helps someone with a wolf dream enter it more or do something different? The reason I'm asking is that would be similar to if tree singing is not channeling, which it doesn't seem to be, could you make a Terangrial that, well, I guess it's similar to dreamwalking, right? If you can make a dreamwalking Terangrial that doesn't involve channeling, you probably can do it with other things that don't involve channeling that are also related magic, right?
Right. That's a very good point. Have there ever been a Terangrial that someone could tree sing who's not Ogier? Who knows?
I mean, didn't we see? Isn't that what the Nim and the Ogier and the humans were doing in Rand's vision that he had in Iridian?
They were singing, yeah.
They were singing the song that the what's their fuck are looking for, right?
Oh, is that so? You
Tinkers.
think that the Tinkers are looking for?
I think that the song that the Tinkers are searching for is the one that they sang all together to grow the crops.
It's a rare B-side.
That was how I interpreted it at the time. I'm probably completely fucking wrong about that, but that was how I read it at the time.
No, it makes sense. I mean, it's the only other like song that isn't just like a song that we've heard about. So yeah.
In the way they describe it, it seemed to fit the bill.
Yeah, but tree singing is done within settings that is free of the one power. So I guess there is that dichotomy.
Wait, you can't sing a tree outside the setting?
I thought they could
no,
sing
I'm
trees.
saying, so is the song a combination of Ogier
I don't think the song has anything to do with tree singing. Well, it might. If what we saw in the Ruidian vision that Rand had, where the Ogier, the humans, and the Nim were all singing together, I think that's the song. And maybe the tree singing song is a descendant of that or part of it, but it's not the whole thing, would be my guess.
Okay. I hear you. And so this fragment could just be a little growth spurt, but the song itself could be, who knows? You know,
Well, the song, again, I mean, I thought that the song was the thing that they all sang together as a chorus, where like the Ogier were singing the low end and the humans were singing like the tenor. I'd have to go back and read that scene again because I don't exactly remember how they describe it, but
were they
like
sniffing in unison?
They were all co-creating it, and that was what made it special.
Yeah.
Sniffing in harmony. Yeah, I understand. Ryan, you ready? 3. Oh, Tom, you want to try and sniff in harmony with me?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Wonderful.
I took the baritone this time.
Man.
Yeah, that was me doing
You're
live coke.
soprano. Oh gosh.
It's gonna be that kind of night.
It's already been, I think. I haven't worn clothes for the last hour.
Discord's gonna be flying off the handle. Everyone join Discord. We're gonna be hanging out after the show.
You wouldn't have that engorged hammer.
Clothing optional on Discord, babies. Clothing optional on Discord.
I think we're gonna end the show on this chapter. To be honest, I don't know.
Please,
if we wanna
yes,
go, yeah. We're supposed to have like 2 more chapters to go through, but I don't.
There was a lot of clothes coming off and sniffing though, so
Yeah,
it's understandable.
I seemed to harder every time you saw me.
Exciting.
But Leah's gone. They're like, fuck it, we need to split. That sucks. Sorry, Leah. And
We're off to the 2 rivers.
They're out to the 2 rivers. They're like, all right, it's about a day that way.
2 hours that way.
Walk that way. Yeah. About it. You know, your days are longer than 2 hours. You need to sleep.
Why doesn't Rand go to the 2 rivers if he can just fucking open a gate there? Like, why hasn't he gone back?
Because he's angsty as fuck.
Yeah.
He's angsty as fuck. He is busy. And also, he opened in what he thought was an open field. And what do you know? There's a fucking farm right there, and he almost
with a tile roof
killed
too.
a sheep. Yeah,
I'm sure. What's his fucking angry?
Bran
yeah.
here.
Or Senbui, yeah.
And him too.
If he killed that sheep, if it was a female sheep, he would remember her name.
Okay. Ew. He would have to name it and then remember
it.
He'd be like, I name you Becca. Becca of the Tardish Sept.
Becca of the
empty field.
Of the hill outside 2 rivers.
Becca of the hill peoples.
Not lamb chop? Lamb chop?
In the lurid twilight, he could see ... a boy with a crook in his hands.
Don't drink.
Well, and that's another thing. He holds his scepter in the crook of his elbow a bit. That's like his kind of go-to now, is to kind of snuggle that shit
right up in there.
Oh my god!
Right up in there. Yeah.
What, Tom?
Fucking Marisu.
Yeah. Marisu, I've never loved you more.
Jesus, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And I've loved you a lot. I've never loved you more.
Yeah,
we lost Tom. It was too good.
Yeah, that was good.
Love you long time.
I'm frozen apparently again. I think my camera's gonna break.
Oh, hey.
Do we want to talk about the
Your
POV?
camera has toe.
Do we want to talk about the POV question before we go away for the night?
Yes, let's do it. Pav question.
So the thing I was thinking about was that we discussed before the show is, has there ever been a POV of a character who is a dark friend that we know for sure is a dark friend from some other source within the story, who didn't reveal during their POV that they were a dark friend? And I couldn't think of one. But Tom made a giant spreadsheet of all of the POVs.
Oh, yeah.
How many characters, the total percent of POV across the whole story that we read up to so far, the number of POVs, and the word count for each of them. So there's 68, you said, Tom?
Yeah, 68 different characters, 67 actually because of the first line of the thing. But yeah, there's 68 different characters with I should have did a total word count. I didn't, but there's a lot of words. It's well over.
Who has the longest words? I would imagine it's Rand, but it's probably close with my Rand.
It's definitely between Matt, Rand, and Perrin.
Matt's a wordy bitch.
Yeah, Matt's got 157,000.
Okay, Moiraine 123.
Yeah,
Nynaeve,
there's Rand. Yeah, Rand has 700,000. So
okay, but Nynaeve is in the 200,000s.
Yep. Nynaeve is up there too. Egwene is up there. Moiraine is 123.
Okay, so yeah, I thought there would be more of Moiraine, but I guess that's just.
We don't get a POV from her for quite some time.
Right.
So,
I mean,
like,
at the beginning of the novel, but not so much at this part, right?
Everything's going by so fast. If we go a little slower, though, there are some POVs I'm really surprised we had this many so far. Like Galena, we had 2 already. Fuck, that's awesome.
From Galena?
Yeah,
Egwene, 62.
A lot of them are brief, like a paragraph, right? Like the one with Sulin.
2 from Demira Arif.
I don't even remember Alorian. What is she all about?
Do you remember the first one? Almorat Moore?
No, I don't remember all 10.
30 words.
He only had 130 words. What is that? 3
more
sentences?
It was the beginning of
in the
last
prologue,
book.
maybe.
Yeah, it was the prologue of the last book.
You're
2 POVs of some bitch named Demira Arif. I don't remember.
Sorry, Raj. What?
Who are these people?
Demira Arif? Yeah, who the fuck is that?
I don't remember this at all.
Is that
2 of them?
Tinker? A tinker?
Ooh, a good question. Who is Demira Arif?
All right, I'll look it up.
Now you got 2 hands.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, like why are there like only 3 Demandreds? An actual fucking real life Forsaken and Demira El Riff with 2 Fs.
And Demandred only has about 2,000 words. Yeah, 2,044 words.
Short little blurbs.
Yeah, Egwene's it's basically the Emmonsfield 5 and Moiraine is at the top though.
Edmonds Field.
Yeah.
All right,
Emmonsfield
so
5. You like that?
Demira Arif is a Damani Aes Sedai, the Brown Aja, and the Rebel Contingent. She was born in 930 NE, guys.
Beat up in the streets of Camelin.
Was she the one who was with Varen when they read the Black Speech on the wall?
Black Speech.
Oh, the Black Speech. Oh, the blood oath, the blood. Yeah.
That has to be. That has to be.
Demira was a member of the Rebel Embassy to Rand and Camelin. Oh, never mind. I don't know if I should. That might be. All right.
Yeah, you can't read all of it.
Yeah,
be careful there, buddy.
No, but she said 2 POVs, I guess.
All right. Well, awesome, man. Thank you for this. This is fun.
Yeah, when
Whoops.
So the question is, are any of those dark friends without us learning about it in their POV?
That's a good, without us knowing about it. What
and
is not?
Frozen.
us not having been told some other place.
I would say read
and fuck off. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
read and fuck off for that. I would say odds are it's a coin flip right now for you whether you have seen a dark friend or not that you don't know of. Right?
Yes.
I went back and I looked, and like every person who we know is a dark friend, you know that they're a dark friend because of their internal dialogue when you get their POV.
Nice, right? But there's also, I will say that there's also some that we don't know about until a Forsaken shows up in their room. And they're like, oh, Jesus, oh, yes. Oh.
Right, but how we have the POV of them where we
yeah.
get their internal dialogue before
Right.
that point.
Right. So,
I'm not saying there aren't dark friends we don't know about. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying have
we had
we
POV
been
dark
inside
yeah,
someone's head who is a dark friend
Yeah.
who didn't reveal they were a dark friend when we were in their head?
So what would that mean if that were to happen though? Is it that they are like unaware of their own dark friendedness, or are they in denial of their dark friendedness, or are they just
I'm
really
more
good at lying to themselves?
of the dark friend.
Of their
That's
friend,
why
the friendedness.
None of those would make any sense.
Thank you.
None of those would make any sense, which is why I don't think it's true. Which is
Okay,
why I think
awesome.
everyone whose POV we've had who is a dark friend, we found out in their POV that they are a dark friend.
Okay.
That's what makes me lean that way. But I don't. Again, that's why I brought the question up, is because
I love it. This is a great question.
So
I
your
love it.
thought. So then, are you saying therefore anyone that we've had a POV from that hasn't thought I'm a dark friend isn't a dark friend?
correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So, like,
and
for instance,
let me just-
and the
oh,
reason
sorry.
I came to this was, again, because Ryan asked, were any of the Ogier dark friends? We didn't have a perspective from any of these Ogier that we meet just now. But we have had Loyal's internal POV. And that's got me thinking, okay, could there be a Ogier dark friend? If there was, could it be Loyal? But Loyal didn't reveal it during his POV. Therefore, it seems unlikely that Loyal is a dark friend. That was how I got to the point where I started wondering about this more generally. If that makes sense.
I love it.
Nice.
Anyhow, thanks, guys.
And so you are on the side that there can be Ogier dark friends.
I think there could be. I don't think we've met one. And again, I have a hard time imagining what the Great Lord could offer in Ogier that would turn them.
Right.
But, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, as Ryan is proving.
Well said. Ryan, you're muted. All right, so I think we'll call it here. We'll do we're stopping at so chapter 22 will start next week's, and we'll again shoot for about 100 chapter or 100 pages. So that means 100 chapters. So that means we will stop at chapter 29. So we will read 22 through 28. Letters is the last chapter we'll read. And we'll bust through it, I think. There's some, I mean, these chapters are kind of this book is kind of rad. I'm really enjoying this reread. Robert Jordan is killing it as far as I'm concerned. Like this is the best written book that we've read so far.
Like every word is like every hint is so
really
well placed.
good.
Everything is so designed, like it's a craftsmanship beyond measure. Before we go on though, brother Dan, Tom, Josh, let's let's give some love to some of our sponsors.
Yeah.
This is MaTsDaGger's wife. She has got an Etsy shop. She makes amazing pendants and amulets and headbands, and they will be at JordanCon this year. If you want to see an example, here is the lovely KayK sporting
What?
an original MaTsDaGger's wife's. Oh my god!
Sexy.
And this isn't even sponsorship. This is just toss our friend's wife, buy some of their quality shit. I mean, we're not getting anything.
Yeah, so,
this is just
sorry, Ryan, I
recognize the
can't hear
quality,
you.
guys.
Sorry, Dan. I can't hear you, Dan.
Yeah. It's stunning. Yeah, these are stunning pieces of art, and so is the headband. If you are going to JordanCon, you will have an opportunity to meet and buy your very own headband amulet. If you're cosplaying, if you're making out with puppets, if you want to, basically, yeah. If you want to up your sex game, get one of these. MaTsDaGger's wife.
Hold on, wait.
At Etsy.com/shop. Aurora's gift box. Capital A, capital G, capital B. We have more sponsors. Let's get to them.
Away the Leaf are proud to be partnering with Tourist Hat Coffee Company. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a family-owned business with a strong belief in giving back to the community. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a social purpose business whose mission is to bring people the absolute best in small batch coffee while supporting children at home and around the world. And if you go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use the promo code LEAF2022, you'll get 5% off your entire order. We hope Tourist Hat Coffee Company becomes your family's coffee of choice. Remember, a part of each order goes to an amazing charity and helps allow us to continue doing this show each and every week. So go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use promo code LEAF2022 and receive 5% off your entire order.
All right, and we are out of here. Tom,
I'm frozen, but I love you.
no, I'm frozen in love with you, but I'm still mobile. Brother Dan, I love you so much. Josh in the background. Everyone, be kind, rewind, and read and find out. Or read and find